Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a review of Crown Jewel. Yeah, it was a really good pay-per-view. I guess that's it, man. I mean, that's all I have to... No, no. I have more to say. Okay, so it was a really good pay-per-view. It was a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. And no matter what to say about them, you have to give them credit where credit's due. This was a really good pay-per-view, and it was cool to see the fans so excited, for the wrestling. Especially all the children and kids and stuff. It was cool. It was cool to see. Um, and this is going to be my review on Crown Jewel 2021. So, let's start with the next match. Okay, so the next match was Edge versus Seth Rollins here, and it was good. It was really good. I mean, so the spots were really good, especially the spots with the with the sunset powerbomb through the table on off the ladder to Edge, and the spot where Seth Rollins just gets was on the top rope, right, and then he just gets pushed off by Edge into the cell through the table. It's a great match, and it's a great rivalry that is now coming to an end, which was probably one of the best rivalries this year. Probably the best WWE rivalry at least, because nothing really came close to being this good, except for maybe a couple of Roman Reigns' rivalries. But yeah, really good match. Go watch it for sure. It was great. The match ends when Seth Rollins is trying to go for a curb stomp. He has this chain, and then he ties on his boot, right? Just imagine him. Okay, it sounds stupid. He wraps this chain around his boot, the bottom of his boot, he wraps it around, and he's about to go for the curb stomp on Edge on the ladder, but Edge grabs the ladder and turns it up as soon as he's about to stomp, and he hits him in the nuts, and the cojones, the coco jumper, as the great one would say, and it was good. And that was a really cool spot. It was really creative. And then it ends with him. I think he grabs the wrench and he puts it in his mouth. I know some BDMS stuff here, and he grabs it. He's doing the crossface or something, whatever it is, with the wrench. And he's about to tap out. He looks like he's about to tap out, but he what's it called? He lets go. He lets go of the submission. And he decides to say, I kind of want to end him and kill him. So he steers Seth Rollins' corpse stomp move and does it to him on the chair, and that was the end of the match. And 1, 2, 3, really good match. Make sure to watch it if you haven't. These men really did put on an amazing match just for our entertainment, and they really put it all on the line. This is one of the best Hell in a Cell matches you'll probably see. Okay, let's move on to other matches. So for Mansoor and Ali, I didn't actually really watch it. I heard Mansoor won. I'm not really sure. I heard that some karate guy came out and stuff. I really don't know. I didn't watch it because I was doing something, and I couldn't watch it. I was doing something, and I would have watched if it was a match I cared for, though. I didn't really care though about it, but Mansoor won. Of course, he won because he's the hometown hero for Saudi, and you kind of knew he was gonna win. So yeah, he won, and that's about it, I guess, for that match. I don't really have anything to say about it. Let's move on to the next one. We got RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos. So this one was really fun, actually. I mean, not really fun, but it was something we saw already, but it was still good. It was still fun to watch. Even though we saw it many times, it was really fun. They really have good chemistry, the teams. AJ Styles is great as always. He's phenomenal. No pun intended, but he really is. And Randy Orton, RK Bro's chemistry is just great, and Omos is just a huge giant that's just he's able to do all this huge giant-y stuff, and it was good. Except that AJ Styles kind of got hit by the RKO, which he's got hit by many times. He could have probably seen that coming. Come on, AJ. And hit the RKO on AJ from when he's going to do the phenomenal forearm. And Randy tags in Riddle. full of floating blow, and Widow gets the pin on AJ, and RK-Bro retains. I kind of didn't expect it any other way, but you know, it was okay. Let's go on to the next one, okay? Zelina Vega versus Doudrop, which is the Queen's Crown tournament to select to crown the new queen of WWE or whatever. I don't really know. The whole tournament was a crap, like really. And you probably heard that from many other people, but it really was. Like, they really rushed it, and they really did not give their matches any time whatsoever. It was so disappointing by WWE. They really could have just like. There's Zelina won though, which I think she was the right winner to win this. I know a lot of people like Shayna to win. I was like, I kind of want Zelina to win, and she won, which I'm happy for her because Zelina is great. And Doudrop wasn't really ready for the crown. I don't think she's really ready to like have a title or like a crown, be crowned queen. So I think Zelina was the right winner, and I'm happy that she won, even though the tournament was awful. And yeah, that's it for that. Okay, the next match, I'm not sure if I'm going in order. I'm just going on the top of my head. Bobby versus Goldberg for, I was going to say for the WWE Championship, but it wasn't even for the WWE Championship because Bobby isn't the WWE Champion. I'm so stupid. Goldberg won here, and it was a pretty fun match. I thought Gage was going to get involved, his son, but he didn't get involved, actually, at all. And there was some cool spots. Goldberg was like gonna kill him, I think. He didn't really kill him though. He didn't live up to his promise. He could have done it because they were in Saudi, right? I mean, come on, stuff like that's pretty common over there, right? Anyways, but yeah, Goldberg won. He kind of beat the crap out of the Hurt Business and buried Bobby. Of course he did. But, you know, whatever. I was kind of impressed because Goldberg usually wrestles like 2-minute matches, 5-minute matches, or whatever. And he's not really that, you know, not athletic, but like he doesn't have too much stamina left because he's older. And, but he wrestled for a while, and I'll give him that. And he won with kind of a cool spot where he speared him off the entrance or whatever entrance ramp through some table that which obviously had, I think, probably mattresses under it, obviously, of course. And he pinned Bobby. Fuck. Okay, sorry. He pinned Bobby, and I'm kind of upset about that because I think Bobby could really have benefit from winning against Goldberg, but you know, it is what it is. I kind of knew Goldberg was gonna win. I think everyone really did, but I kind of wish Bobby did. But who cares? He's not. I don't think it's gonna hurt that much. Okay, to the next one. The Queen of the Finals, which was Finn Balor versus Xavier. So it was a white match. Kind of expected a little more, to be honest, but like it was okay. I mean, there was something lacking. This kind of felt like I don't know. It felt like it's something I'd watched on an episode of Raw, but like it's not like it's awful. It's just like there's something missing. But but both men kind of deserved to win. It could have gone either way for me, and I wouldn't have really cared because both men are phenomenal wrestlers, and they both deserve it. And I know most people wanted Xavier Woods to win, and it's cool. I want Xavier to win too, but I think Balor would have been cool too. And Xavier Woods won with the elbow off the rope. And there was some cool stuff though before that, like they were countering each other, and you know there was some cool stuff like the counters and moves they were doing. Like that was neat. That was neat. And it ends with the elbow, like I said, and King Xavier wins, and he like has a little horse ceremony where he's on the throne and stuff. He has a scepter and the robe. And he looked really good in it. So did Zelina. I forgot to talk about that. Zelina looked really good too, as well. With the robe and the crown and the scepter and stuff. So, yeah, it's cool. And I'm happy for him. He's obviously very happy he won too. And I kind of hope this maybe leads to something. Maybe a rivalry with Big E. I think that'd be cool. Like, he gets so cocky that he's the king and stuff, and thinks he deserves everything, and he kind of like not he kind of like turns heel sort of. I think that would be cool. And that's it for that. So let's move on to the next one. Big E versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I had a feeling Big E was going to win, obviously. I think most people thought Big E was going to win, and he should win. So it was very shocking, though. I was actually really shocked by the amount of people cheering for Drew. Like, so many people wanted Drew to win. Like, they were all cheering his name, chanting him, cheering for him. Every time he did something, they were all, like, clapping him. And, like, clapping him. What the... Okay. Did I say? Okay. Yeah, it was really cool to see that. They really like Drew. And I kind of feel bad for Big E at times, though. Like, it's like, come on, man. At least cheer for him, too. And I think he did get some cheers, but not nearly as much as Drew. They were really loving Drew here. And it was really cool. They kicked out of each other's finishers. I was really shocked. Like, for a second, I thought Drew was actually going to win for a second. Because he hit that claimer. Like, okay, so you know how Big E does that suicide dive spear thing that he does, where the opponent's on the ring apron and he does the dive through the ropes and spears? He was going to do that, but McIntyre got in the ring really fast and hit that claymore, which was wow. Claymore was an amazing finishing move, just one of the best. And I thought he was gonna win. I was like, oh crap, McIntyre's gonna win. And then no, Big E kicks out. I really thought he was gonna win though, because the claymore is a really protected finisher, and not too many people actually kick out of it. And I was really shocked that Big E did. And he Big E hits the big ending again on Drew, and he gets to the W. And that was a really good match. Definitely crappy storyline and build, but like match did deliver, and that was probably one of the best matches of the night. I honestly think it was better than Brock versus Roman, actually. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna do the women's triple threat. So of course, they're in Saudi, right? So they have to wear those attires where their skin's almost all covered. But this match made me kind of, and usually when I'm watching women's matches that are in Saudi, and it kind of like takes me out of it. It's like they're wearing this and they're like performing in front of all these people, and it's like it's kind of silly, and it's like, why does this even need to happen? This is not even something that should be like a problem in the world, and it sadly is still. But but it kind of made me forget that they were like that, and like sometimes usually women's matches usually take me out of it when they're all dressed up like that, and this really it didn't, because this match was really good. Definitely, I think second best match of the night, behind Edge and Rollins, and was really good, really delivered. They were crazy spots of Bianca. Bianca's insane. She's an amazing wrestler. Like, I know people say this, but she's amazing. Like, just the stuff she does is just freaking awesome, and she's great. People really appreciate her, and I see why, because she's just so freaking good. And she was basically doing all the good stuff here, almost all of them. She lifted I think it was Becky. She lifted Becky with one arm like this, like a bench press, and that was crazy. And it was so cool, and she like doing all this cool stuff. Like, she's great. I'm not saying the other women are, but she really did some really great stuff here. And so was Sasha and Becky too. They did cool stuff too, but Bianca did really good. Anyways, Becky also retained here. I was really shocked by that, because I thought Sasha was going to win, honestly, because I thought she was going to bring the title to SmackDown, and I kind of wanted her to win too, but she didn't. Becky roared up. Well, so Bianca hit the KOD on Becky. Yeah, Becky. It was Becky. She hit the KOD on Becky. And like Sasha was like throwing her out the ring. Was gonna throw her out the ring, but then Bianca throws her out instead. But as soon as she gets thrown out the ring, she was gonna go for the pin. Sasha grabs Bianca's feet, pulls out. Was gonna go out the ring to go for the pin on Becky, but she kind of like snaps out of that unconsciousness for that little bit of time, and roars her up by surprise, and the match ends. Women really did put on such a good match here, and go watch it too. It's really good. These ladies really did something great here, and one of the best matches of the night, definitely. Okay, so let's talk about the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So this match tells kind of a story about what side is Paul Heyman on, and we don't really know what side he's on, and that's kind of like what the story is. What side is Paul Heyman on? And that's what we were wondering going in here. And guess what? We don't even know. This match didn't even tell us what side Paul Heyman is on. So match was good though. Like I said, pretty decent match. So Brock is great. Very underrated. I know when he tries, he can be really good. Roman Reigns is also really good. And, it was really two big colossal titans battling now. Both men looked great. It wasn't just 50-50. I mean, it was not 50-50. It was just one. It was not just one-sided. It was 50-50. People were going at each other. They were like fighting and like brawling, and it was not one-sided. And I'm happy about that because Roman Reigns did look strong. But like he brought back that move that I haven't seen him do in a while, where he like does that dive off the top rope. What's it called? I forgot what it was. He doesn't do a dive. He does a dive over the ropes, and it's really cool. He hasn't done that in a while, and it was cool to see him bring that back for this match, and to do it in Brock Lesnar. And for a minute, I thought Brock Lesnar won when he hit the F5. I was like, oh my god, is he about to win? And barely Roman Reigns kicks out, and I was like, oh, whew. Because Roman Reigns really needed to win this match, and it was a good match. Brock kicks out of the spear also, and towards the end, Paul Heyman kind of just grabs the title and throws it in the middle as the referee's down. He's unconscious. I forgot why. Oh, it's because Brock was gonna go for the F5 on Roman Reigns, but he accidentally hits him into the referee. The ref's down. Paul Heyman throws the title. He's like, you know what to do with this, or something like that. I'm not sure if it's word for word, but you get the point. He throws it into the ring. Both men are kind of having a tug of war battle, like squad game. Not squad game. Oh my god, Squid Game. Squid Game. Tug of war. But ultimately, Brock Lesnar gets the title. He's not paying attention though. As the Usos come in, double super kick to him, and Roman Reigns grabs the championship and hits him in the head with it. And then he goes in for the pin in 1, 2, 3. I was kind of upset though with that because I think Brock Lesnar could have kicked out of that, man. Ugh. Okay, sorry. He could have kicked out of that, definitely. And I kind of just wish it didn't end like that. Like, come on, could have just used a spear. It didn't need to be like that. But yeah, Roman Reigns retains, and that's probably that's what we needed to happen, because Roman Reigns doesn't need to lose that title yet. He needs to hold it for a little bit. We need to get Roman versus Brock at WrestleMania, please. And it was a good match. It's just that I kind of didn't like the ending that much. And you see them celebrating, the Usos with Roman. They're walking out to the outside. You see this freaking hilarious face on Brock Lesnar. He's like, or something like that. Funny. And it's a good match overall. Good pay-per-view. You see Paul Heyman. He's kind of looking like, oh man. Oh, I really messed up, didn't I? But you don't really know what he's thinking. Like, you don't know exactly, so we can't really say for sure if that was meant for Brock Lesnar. And we'll probably find out soon, but like, I think they should have just, if he's with Roman Reigns, they should have just freaking said so. If not, then I guess he's with Brock. So that's it. I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. The best Saudi show ever, in my opinion. Really good one. Very much enjoyed it. Make sure to go watch it. And I guess I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Anyways.